So, Peter, the reaction continues to pour in there, but a lot of focus on what seems to be differing accounts coming out of the White House, Peter.
Yeah, no, Kristen, I think you're exactly right. New reaction, also new reporting. I want to share some breaking information just coming into my phone as we speak to you right now from several of our colleagues, Hallie Jackson, Pete Williams, among others, reporting right now that the White House had been considering, as we had reported, I frankly had reported this morning, a visit to FBI headquarters, publicly floating the idea this morning, as we note, but we are now told that idea was dropped today, administration officials tell NBC News, after the FBI told the White House the optics would not be good. FBI officials apparently said that the president was unlikely to have been greeted warmly, having just unceremoniously fired a very popular director. Again, this is new reporting just coming into us at NBC. The FBI agents say that many of them voted for Trump, but few were happy about the decision to sack James Comey, and even fewer appreciate the way that it happened. My sense is most FBI employees feel a loyalty to Comey, one person who works at the headquarters told NBC News, and whether they agree or disagree with the way he handled the email case, like and respect him, Trump would not be well received at the headquarters. So there's some breaking news for you right now. I want to get right to our panelists. NBC News presidential historian Michael Beschloss and retired FBI special agent James Weddick. James, good timing to have you here. I just want to get your reaction to that. This morning on this broadcast, I reported that the White House was weighing, although no decisions had been made, weighing the president making a trip to the FBI headquarters, in effect, to show his commitment to that agency. Right now, we're being told that they were effectively told, we don't think this is a good idea. What do you make of that?
Well, clearly, the agents were upset the way Mr. Comey was fired. But at the same time, I will tell you, and I think you've reported, that, last year the agents were equally upset about the way Mr. Comey handled the Clinton investigation, and making the appearance before Congress, and then again going before Congress before the election. So,
James, I guess the question would be, had it not been handled the way it was, so unceremoniously, effectively chopping his head off when he was meeting with FBI employees out in California with no prior warning, no phone call, had it been done more appropriately, would FBI agents have supported this decision, do you suggest?
Well, the agents enjoy the support of the American public. That's what they care about. Changes at the top don't really affect the rank and file, and it doesn't affect investigations. And so they understand that leaders at the top can come and go, and it can happen at the whim of a president.
Right. I want to ask you, Michael, if I can. You've seen our conversation, Lester's conversation with President Trump today. What really struck you most? A lot of people are focusing on his statement that he had decided from the very beginning, in effect, that he was going to fire James Comey with or without that recommendation from the Deputy Attorney General. Where does this sort of place itself in your understanding of the way presidential decision-making goes?
Well, that was amazing, because the last couple of days the White House has been saying that he made that decision only after being advised by his Attorney General and Deputy Attorney General that Comey had to go. So he's cutting the ground out from them. But more important to me is his account of especially the dinner with James Comey, because he was saying that James Comey wanted to stay on, so this was essentially all a job interview, and Trump during this dinner asked Comey, is the FBI investigating me? Which only has at least the more than faint suggestion that he was trying to intimidate Comey, perhaps curtail the investigation. And that really begins to sound at least a little bit like something that brought Richard Nixon down, which was obstruction of justice, the desire to stop an investigation that might enmesh him.